So, the Carbatec SS-400H, $269. Is it worth it? Straight off the bat for me, the addition of the rotary tool attached to this scroll saw is what made me go for it. The Archer rotary tool alone is around the $400 mark. When you compare that to $269 for a rotary tool and a scroll saw, there's no question really, is there? Don't get me wrong, I assume the Archer rotary tool has more power and it does come with more accessories, but we're not reviewing that today. We're having a look at this. So this compact little machine has a 125 watt motor in it with a standard 10 amp plug. It takes 127mm blade and it can perform anywhere from 550 up to 1600 cuts a minute due to the variable speed dial on there. It's a very compact unit coming in at only 640 by 300 and the throat on this thing is a massive 400mm, hence the SS-400H. Sort of self-explanatory, isn't it? Now, I did really like the fact that this comes with a built-in LED light that is battery operated. So the machine doesn't have to be plugged into power to use this one, and this can be disconnected if you want and put on other tools as well. Because it's got the rotary tool component on it, it comes with a bunch of little rotary tool attachments. There's some diamond cutting wheels in there, some honing stones, some sandpaper, some buffing wheels, just your standard sort of kit. It's got a foot pedal control on it as well, which you can use for both the rotary tool and the scroll saw. You can turn that on and off, so you can decide whether you want to use the foot pedal to power it or just have it constantly on. The machine weighs in at 10.7 kilos, which really is nothing. And it's got all your little fancy features, including dust ports and the ability to tilt the table up to 45 degrees. Now, personally, this is my first time ever using a scroll saw, let alone owning one, so I don't have a whole lot to compare to, and I've only been messing around with this machine for about 2 weeks, but straight out of the box, there were a couple of things that I wasn't quite impressed with. First and foremost, the table. Now, it's beautiful and flat, don't get me wrong, but it's got a really rough finish on it, and I'm used to nice, smooth, solid cast iron. Now, I'm only making assumptions here, but I assume it may be a little on the rougher side to allow extra grip for the piece when you're feeding it through the blade, or maybe it was just a cheaper way to finish it. I don't know. The other thing I don't particularly like about the machine is that you can't turn the scroll saw off when you use the rotary tool. If you plug in the rotary handle and you go to use this, your scroll saw arm continues to go up and down because they both run off the same motor. But in the scheme of things, I guess they're both kind of really small things to complain about, and I've been quite impressed with the cuts I've been getting from this. They have been ridiculously smooth. I was using really cheap, nasty plywood, and I had next to no tear out on the rear side, which I found incredible. So if you're tight on space, but you need a scroll saw to get a particular job done, then at this current point in time, after 2 weeks of use, I would recommend this bit of gear. It's super affordable, coming in at $269. You got the bonus feature of the rotary tool attachment. You got the 400mm throat, which is a lovely size for scroll saw work, and in a workshop like mine where you don't have much spare space, it is great because you can move it around nice and easily. Straight out of the box, it comes able to receive pin blades, but it does have the chuck attachments to allow you to insert pinless blades as well. And up on the top here, it's even got a little area to allow you to jig up those pinless blades at the right distance. Again, this is the first scroll saw I'm using, so I don't know if that's a common feature in all of them or not. So overall, the J&D verdict for $269, this has my tick of approval. If you want to check out any more details on this scroll saw or want to purchase your own, I've got a link for it down in the description below. That'll take you straight to the Carbatec website so you can check it out for yourself. As always though, if there's anything in my workshop that you want me to tell you about, just leave me a comment down below and I will get that sorted for you. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. This channel is not just tool reviews. I put out projects all the time. I've just started throwing in some tool reviews because you don't see many Aussie reviews anywhere on YouTube. So I thought I'd take a seat in that spot of the market. Whether or not I'm wanted here is questionable. So if you're new, subscribe because I've got a ton of content coming. I've also got a ton you can go back and check out. Stay safe, look after yourself. Until the next one, I will see you later.